Everyone, Laarni Mulvey of Strong and Mighty, Able Body.
Hi, everyone. I'm so glad that Crystal asked me to talk about perseverance because this word has been kind of in the back of my mind lately for the past maybe month or so, but also I've noticed that the word power has been following me around too. I noticed that today. I actually went out with my sister and I just pulled this I have this thing about cookbooks. I may not cook what's in the cookbook, but I love having cookbooks. So I pulled out this random cookbook and just opened up the first page, and the word power, there was a quote on there, and the word power was on there. And it's funny because I feel like this word power has been following me around lately because this is my time of perseverance. And the word power to me means so much, but also it means like right now in 2020, like the election is kind of over, but it's now time for us to continue on. And this is our perseverance as a country, as a people. Like we have to continue moving on. We can't keep moving backwards. And I felt drained. I don't know about you guys, but I felt really drained with the election. I also physically felt drained because I have my competition coming up this weekend, this coming Sunday. And so I've been training, and the mental preparedness for what's going on with the country, but also with my meet, it was just a lot. And I just felt like I couldn't breathe. And then I think about, when your battery goes low on your phone, what do you need to do? You need to charge it. So when Crystal asked me to talk about perseverance, I just thought about how myself, my mind, and I feel like everybody needs a little bit of a power charge. And to persevere in times where we're like in that low valley, we need to recharge our batteries. We need to recharge our power. So I pulled a crystal today and I did words. So when I think of perseverance, the first thing I think about is patience, because right now we all have our goals and we have to continue to work through our goals. And results, when I think about patience, when I'm training for powerlifting, to gain the 2.5 pounds as a personal best every time, it doesn't happen every time, but I have to be patient with what I'm doing. When I'm setting up to pull the weight, I have to be very patient and I can't rush it. So when we're talking about perseverance, sometimes you have to pull yourself back from rushing. You have to pull yourself back from rushing to make a decision, to like say, to make a commitment that you can't commit to. So you have to step back, think about what's going around you first, and understand that to persevere in a goal, you have to have the patience to understand what you have to do, because there are steps that go along with that. And that's a totally different conversation. But the patience part is what starts the power in your perseverance. So the second one, ownership. So I'm talking about my competition, right? If I'm not doing the work to train to get to the goal that I want when I'm competing, it's not going to happen. And in order to move forward, when we're persevering and we're in that lull part, and then we have to come back up, like Crystal's logo. So when we're in this part and we're trying to come back this way, you have to own what you're doing. Ownership means taking responsibility for yourself. And sometimes you have to make those decisions of yes or no. Do I want to do that? Do I want to eat that gelato that's downstairs right now? Heck yes. But my meat is coming up and I need to make sure that my sugar levels are level for the rest of the week. So I have to make sure I'm picking and choosing. And that's me owning my responsibility to myself. And if you make a mistake in your goal or your end goal, you have to own up to it. Just be like, you know what, it's my bad. I did it, my bad, sorry. Or sorry, Crystal, I did not send out that email. I'm sorry, I just didn't do it. I forgot. I'm sorry. But, you know, make your amends and own up to your mistakes. It's the only way you can move forward. If you kind of hide your mistakes and not own up to it, A, it's going to eat you up inside, but then B, people will see your integrity, you know, and you kind of want to know people are owning up to their mistakes, because it just makes, to me, the perception that you're truthful and honest and understand that you can make mistakes too. It's that is a value for me when it comes to meeting people. So the next one is W, the will. And not like the will that, you know, when somebody dies and you get money. I'm talking about, I'm talking about the will, the grit, the grind, the you know, the scratching your, you know, to the top. We're trying to get through all that low. And when we're thinking about these movements, these up and down movements, when we're in the down spiral right now and you're trying to get back up to the top, what are you doing? You are fighting. You are crawling. You are doing whatever you need to do to get back up to that level so you can learn something, come back down. It's a wave. So you need to have the will to persevere. You may have to fight through some of the difficult times, the difficult challenges, but you need to have that strong will to get up that mountain, to get up there to where you were at, okay, and to get through it. The next one is my E, which is no excuses. No excuses. I feel like that's so self-explanatory. If you're seeking something, if you're working hard towards something and you're putting excuses in front of your goal, is that persevering? I don't think so. I think that's just being lazy. It's being lazy to try to make your decision, to try to push forward, because you're putting other things in front of your goal that either don't pertain to your goal or it's just wasting time. You're just not focused, so you're just wasting time. That's not going to help you persevere. It's just going to make you get more bumps in the road, and instead of going up and down, you're going like this. So you're just doing the same thing over and over again, and you're not getting up to that peak that you need to be at. You're just kind of winding and circling and not getting to where you need to be. So the last one I think is my favorite one. Reliance. Okay. Reliance is trusting in yourself. You really have to know who you are inside to have that reboot of your power to persevere. We all need people that we trust. And the people that you trust, maybe a small group. I have like maybe a hand, like maybe this many people that I trust. And that's because I think I know, either I can feel the trust between other people, or it's just something that they did that I'm just like, I don't trust you. But really the first step in trust is trusting in yourself. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you want? Do you know what your ultimate goal is? and you really have to trust yourself to make the right decision. It may be scary, which I know everybody knows here that it's scary, but if you know it in your heart and you have a passion for it, make the decision to move forward. And you really have to trust in yourself and build that trusting circle to support you in a decision. So I hope that all made sense to everybody, because it's been like I've been thinking about this since Crystal asked me to talk about perseverance, because I feel like I'm in that part of my life right now where I need to persevere, not just for myself and my business, but times are hard. Times are really hard right now. And I if you've ever noticed yourself kind of wallowing in yourself where you don't want to talk to other people, it's reach out. You may not have to say, hey, can I talk to you or whatever, but just reach out. People will listen, and they may have like different kinds of ideas and thoughts to help you. But once you start talking and letting your voice be heard, it definitely makes a difference. Because I've talked about a story the past few days with somebody, with like a certain number of people, and it actually took the weight off my shoulders when I'm talking about it. So I really want everyone to persevere, and I really want everyone to have the power. That's that power word. I love that word. You have to reboot your power pack sometimes. And if you're down in this motion for a minute, take a little bit of time, regather yourself, get your power back, and then start moving your way back up. It's the only way you persevere. It's the only way, in my mind, that you can move forward.